Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and I make videos about art, books, and whatever else I feel like sharing. Today, that is my February bullet journal set up. And this month I am pretty heavily leaning into the whole February has Valentine's Day thing. I've never done that before, but expect a lot of red, pink, and hearts. But I also wanted to take a moment to remind myself and everyone else to take a moment for self-care. I think especially after 2020 and the beginning of 2021, self-care is a necessity. So I found this quote on Pinterest and it just says, self-care is any activity that we do deliberately in order to take care of our mental, emotional, and physical health. And I think this will just be a nice little reminder at the beginning of the month to take a moment for self-care. And on the page opposite to this, I am doing my usual monthly cover page. This month I have decided to do some little paintings. One is of this teddy bear and the other is of a red heart foil balloon. And I painted them using my gouache that I do have a first impressions video of, so I will put that in the iCard. And once they had dried, I scanned them to my computer and turned them into stickers using my Cricut machine. These stickers will be available in my Etsy shop, hopefully February 1st. That is the game plan for opening the shop. I delayed it due to the USPS delays. I was originally planning to open on January 1st, however, when I saw how backed up the packages were, I decided to wait until February. Hopefully it will be sorted out by now, but I didn't want anyone's first experience with my shop to be super delayed orders that take weeks and weeks to get there. I want everyone to have a positive experience. So yeah, I just shrunk down the balloons to make these tiny ones that I could put in a little group, and I just layered them on top of each other to make this bunch of balloons. I should have made it so the bear looked like he was holding it, but that's okay. They can just be set behind him and he's just there with them instead. And then I just wrote February in the same sort of font as the self-care quote. And for my monthly setup page, I am also using some stickers I made. These are just pink and red hearts that I also did in the same method using the gouache and then scanning them into the computer. The great thing about these stickers is that I have made them on matte sticker paper, which lets me write on top of them. So I am choosing enough of the little hearts to spell out the word February, which will be above the calendar. I am doing a more traditional calendar setup this month. I really like February as a calendar, especially when it starts on a Sunday or a Monday, because I can make a perfect 4x7 rectangle. I was originally planning on using this bright pink color for the month, but then later on I end up changing it to red. I just think the pink didn't end up matching with the hearts as well as I was hoping it was. It was a little too bright and kind of purple toned for me. But first I just went in with my graphics fine liners to write in all of those numbers and fill in the word February. I'm also going to use the same fine liner to add little lines so that it looks like the hearts are maybe paper hearts hanging down, and then add the days of the week to the calendar. And this month I do have a few things that I will be tracking, so I am just adding in the numbers for that section along the bottom, as well as leaving some space for my monthly photo to the right of that. And I just used a red marker again to make a line to distinguish where the tracking starts, And I'm using a few stamps this month. One is the to-do stamp. One is this little speech bubble for the tracking area, and I will write tracking in that afterwards. And one just says love, and I put that next to where my picture is going to go. And then I went back and added a few little details to those little strings that the hearts are hanging from. And I just have some chevron washi tape, as well as this washi tape that has X's and O's on it that I've put in a few places. Next, I am working on my 2 pages that I have dedicated to reading and tracking how much I read. So on this left page, I'm going to be tracking the pages that I read each day. Now, I definitely don't read every day, but I still like to try to keep track of it. I just think it's interesting to look at the end of the month. Maybe that's boring to you guys. But I also have started to keep track of what books I'm reading on the opposite side, and I like to color code the bars that I fill in. So I'm just using some washi tape and some more of those heart stickers that I made, the little balloon hearts, and I'm just going to use a graphics fine liner once again to write in the headings for pages read as well as books I'm reading on the other side. And after this, I did leave a spread blank that I plan to add to later on, but this is how I set up my weekly spreads. I have noticed throughout January that I definitely don't need as much space as what I allowed for myself, so I am cutting back on the amount of space being used this month. So first I am just writing out the little February calendar in the upper left-hand corner. I like to have a calendar on my weekly spreads so that I can just see the full month really quickly without having to flip back and forth. And I'm keeping it super simple, just using the red marker to separate the little sections and using a graphics fine liner to write the days of the week out. And on the left-hand side, right underneath that February calendar, is where I'm going to make my to-do list for both weeks, actually. So I am just using some washi tape and another one of the stickers. At first, I thought I was going to use the white gel pen to write to-do, but then I ended up not liking the way that looked, so I was able to rip off the sticker without ruining anything and just add another one and write to-do next to it instead. And then I wasn't quite sure what to do on the opposite side at first, so I have just decided to make it a notes section, and I just wrote notes using the red marker and added a little piece of washi tape underneath. And you will also see at the final flip through I did add a Pusheen sticker at the bottom because I realized I had some with little hearts and thought it would be cute to add as well. So here is a final flip through of everything, and like I said, there is the one blank page, and I do plan on making some self-care doodles in a different video on that page, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this setup. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!